For the longest time, I had a dream to go to Africa. And in June of 2015, with rewards from my travel credit card, I booked a round-trip flight between New York City and Casablanca, Morocco, and North Africa. My friends, nothing, and I mean nothing, could have prepared me for what I was going to experience next. The first conversation happened with a coworker of mine. On a break during work, I went into her office. She sat in the office across from mine, and this was in June of 2015. And I said, "Hey, Anna, I'm really looking forward to going to Morocco in December of 2015. This has been a lifelong dream of mine." And she looked at me and said, "What? You're going to Morocco?" She said, "Jeff, you're crazy. You're crazy to go to Morocco. You will die." Literally, word for word, she looked at me and said, "Jeff, if you go to Morocco, you will die." I said, "Wow, okay." The next conversation happened later that week. We're still in June 2015, and we're now at Friday evening. I'm chatting with a friend over dinner. And again, I excitedly told him that I was going to Morocco in December of 2015. And he said, "Jeff, Morocco?" And this weird puzzled expression came over his face. He pulled out his phone and he went to state.gov, the Department of State's website, and he actually pulled out travel alerts. And he said, "Jeff, there are known terrorists in Morocco who are targeting Americans. You'd be foolish to go there." And I said, "Look, man, I'm sorry. I've already booked the flight. It's non-refundable. I'm going to go and check it out." And he shook his head at me. Now, I just wanted to give you a couple quick examples there, but I was receiving negative feedback from many coworkers and several friends. But amidst all of that negative feedback, I did have one positive source of encouragement, and that was my dad. And my dad said to me, "Jeff, you know, Morocco is dangerous, but I'm happy that you're living your life. I know you love traveling. Go do your thing, just be safe." So that was nice to have some positive reinforcement from my father amidst some of the negative feedback I was getting from other people. So December of 2015, Christmas Eve, I fly out from New York City to Morocco, specifically the city of Casablanca. It was an overnight flight. I arrived Christmas Day, the morning of Christmas Day 2015. And I explored the city a little bit during the day, but I have a confession to make. For the majority of the day, I was in my hotel room. I was afraid. I was fearful. I let that negative feedback from my coworkers and from my friends get to me, and it got to my head, and I was fearful of leaving the hotel. But I remembered the positive encouragement I got from my father when he said, "Jeff, just do your thing." And that reinforcement is what shook me out of that fearful mindset. And I said to myself, you know what? I need to go explore the city. And I did tell myself I'm not going to do anything crazy. So I wasn't going to go to any bar or club or go wandering into the middle of nowhere. But I did need to prove to myself that I could leave the hotel. So I leave the hotel. It's now the evening of Christmas Day, 2015, almost midnight. And I'm very hungry. My stomach is rumbling. And I take a left past the hotel, and I noticed up ahead there was a gyro shop. And I said, "That's perfect, let me go there." And as I was walking, I noticed perpendicular to me on a curb across the street were four guys. And these are four guys you don't want to mess with. You really don't want to mess with. Full beards, they just were built. These are just people you do not mess with. And I was nervous. I was afraid. My heart was like, boom, 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 boom. It was racing. And all these fears were going through my mind. I almost turned around, but I said, "You know what, Jeff? Screw it. Go to the gyro shop, get your food, and then go back to your hotel room." And on top of being afraid, I heard this group of four guys laughing very loudly. And I didn't know if they were laughing at me or if they were just laughing amongst themselves about something else. So we're both walking to the gyro shop, headed for the exact same place at the exact same speed. We're walking, and bam! One of the guys from the group opens the door for me suddenly and in a very kind, polite way, motions for me to walk right into the restaurant shop. Amazing. And get this, the best part about it was that when I walked into that gyro shop, I sat down at the table, and sitting at a table next to me, by pure chance, was a woman by the name of Ev Schmidt. Ev told me that she's a life coach, she's a world traveler, things I'm interested in, and on top of that, she told me that she's a part of Toastmasters. And I said, Ev, you're not going to believe this. I've been a lifelong member of Toastmasters. It's played a huge part in my life, in my speaking, in learning leadership and communication skills. And we ended up becoming good friends. 6 months of negative feedback from many coworkers, a good number of my friends being afraid, being fearful, being anxious. 6 months of that culminated in a friendly, loving conversation in downtown Casablanca, Morocco, with a woman from Toastmasters the evening of Christmas Day, 2015. And by the way, this is 100% a true story. Ev's website, she's still a good friend to this day, is raisingvibrations.com. One more time, if you would like to check out Ev Schmidt's website, the woman I had met in Casablanca, Morocco, her website is raisingvibrations.com. Now you're probably thinking to yourself right now, wow, Jeff, you've got a cool dad. And yes, I do. He's awesome. And you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, the members of Toastmasters really do rule the world. And yes, Toastmasters members do rule the world. But the main message I want to leave you with is this. The truth is that the world is safe. The truth is that the world is safe. For every one negative event that happens on our planet, there are literally millions of positive and loving events that happen. But you'll never hear in the news about how I met Ev in downtown Casablanca, Morocco, or how I met all these friendly locals across the city during that trip. You'll never hear in the news of all the loving events that happen on our world on a daily basis. But you will hear of the exception to the rule, those tragic negative events, because that's how the media makes money. They're monetizing your attention. They're focusing on the negative amidst millions of positive events because that's how what they say can go viral, and that's how they can get more money in their pockets. I'm not criticizing or condemning them. I'm just stating the reality of the situation. What's my encouragement to you, my suggestion for you to do in your life? Travel the world. Explore and adventure. Discover the truth for yourself. Don't rely on the negative opinions of coworkers and friends, of acquaintances, of the complete brainwashing that the media gives the world on a daily basis, that it's filled with negative people. That's not reality. The truth is the world is filled with love, kindness, and lots of friendly people. If you travel the world, you will discover that for yourself. That's the truth. The world is safe.